And then you get, remember that 1% closer. Each action, each the right direction, you grow into it. So,
yeah. Yeah, and I think there's something about, like you said, the 1%, the step, the next step. There's something that's important about that, because I think if you just say, that's why I said, what happened in that 4-year period? Because, if you just say, this guy said to me, hey, something changed in me, and then I came out the other end and I was, transformed. But there is something that's important about the journey. And I think thinking about it in 1% or step by step is really important in that. And I think you brought that up a couple of times, and I think there is sort of there's something key there in that, in focusing on the process and just kind of having faith about the outcome. Well, where do you land with that? It sounds like you sort
grow into that faith.
Yeah.
See, remember, one of the questions is to find your purpose. Do you know how to do it? So, all right, you don't know how to do it. So it's like, all right, so who do I need to become as a man? Like with my integrity, with like one of the 7 pillars in the Rite of Passage for the Modern Man book is creating a personal oath. So we've all made agreements. For example, I made the first oath that I ever made was around alcohol. And I sort of picked it up partially from a mentor, because he had and my oath is, when it comes to drugs and alcohol, not any, not ever, no negotiation.
Oh,
so
wow.
I've been sober since my 20s, my early 20s. And so, but I've been able to make other oaths, obviously around other areas. One of my oaths is to show my children that dreams can come true. Hence, they've got to hear me talk about it. They've got to see me take action. They've got to, I bring them on the journey. I'm here. I've got 7 children. I've got 5 daughters and 2 sons, man. I am on mission to show them that this life is we can live the best life ever, but it takes courage.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you ended there talking about courage. And then one of the questions that you talked about when you're finding your purpose is, do you know how to do it? And the answer really should be no, or you have to change who you become, right? So that does take courage. And it seems like, I think that's why it's important to have people around you that are going to lift you up, because the first thing you can kind of think is, well, I have this grand vision for my life, but who's going to support me on that? And it seems like there's something really resonant in the fact that you had the courage to, and you're continuing to have the courage to say, hey, this is how powerful life can be, right? And so what is your immediate kind of community around you? How do they keep you lifted up? How are you connected to a mentor now and your community? And